Yo, what's up, guys? Rage_Brody117 here, back in guys another video. Not today. Today, guys, this is gonna be a short video. Now, for this video, guys, we're gonna be doing. Well, I'm gonna be doing simulating. I'm gonna be simulating 10 years of WWE 2K20 Universe mode, and yeah, this probably won't be that long. Now, hopefully, there might be some shocking results if something like really cool happens, you know, when I simulate all these 10 years. And also, guys, after I'm done making this one, I'll probably do this again, but tomorrow, I think I'll be doing this again, but tomorrow I'm going to be doing it, instead of on WWE 2K20, I'm going to be doing it on WWE 2K19. Alright, so that should be interesting. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, let's do it. So, year one's WrestleMania. We are about to go right now. Alright, guys, so we are going to be doing year one's WrestleMania to see, well, yeah, alright, guys, so we have just simulated to year one's WrestleMania right now, guys. So, yeah, but before we check the match card, we're going to be checking out who the champions are currently. Alright, so let's check. Alright, so Kevin Owens is the WWE champion, okay. Okay, delete that, okay. Shelton Benjamin is the Intercontinental champion. That is very interesting. Alright, so the Good Brothers are the Raw Tag Team champions. Alicia Fox is somehow the Raw Women's champion. The B Team are the SmackDown Tag Team champions. Charlotte Flair is the SmackDown Women's champion. Ricochet is the United States champion, and John Cena is the Universal champion. And Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross are the WWE Women's Tag Team champions. Alright, well, since we already know who the champions are, let's go back and check out the match card real quick, guys. So, yeah. Alright, so kicking off WrestleMania, we have a rivalry match between Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre, okay. Then we have Randy Orton versus Dolph Ziggler in a no-holds-barred match, okay. Then we have Alicia Fox defending her, or actually no, Alicia Fox, sorry. Anyway, Alicia Fox defending her Raw Women's title against Lacey Evans, okay. Then we have, well, even though they're called the Revival in WWE, they are currently called FTR, so I'm going to call them that. So FTR will be going up against Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. Alright, then we have Shelton Benjamin defending his Intercontinental title against Andrade. Then we have Jinder Mahal with the Singh brothers going up against Aleister Black. Then we have Rey Mysterio versus Cedric Alexander. Was there a stipulation for that one? Anyway, and then we got Roman Reigns versus Buddy Murphy in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Ricochet defending his United States title against The Miz with his wife Maryse in the corner. And then we have Kevin Owens defending his WWE Championship against Finn Balor. Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch. John Cena defending his Universal Championship against Brock Lesnar. And the main event of WrestleMania, Charlotte Flair will be defending her SmackDown Women's title against Carmella and Mickie James in a triple threat match. Now, we're about to simulate and see all the results. So, simulate, and the results are Braun Strowman defeating Drew McIntyre. Randy Orton defeats Dolph Ziggler in the no-holds-barred match. Alicia Fox retains the Raw Women's Championship. FTR defeats Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. Shelton Benjamin retains his Intercontinental title. Aleister Black defeats Jinder Mahal. Rey Mysterio defeats Cedric Alexander. Buddy Murphy pulled out the win against Roman Reigns in their Falls Count Anywhere match. The Miz is the new United States champion. Alright, and then we got Kevin Owens retaining the WWE Championship. Ronda Rousey defeats Becky Lynch. Brock Lesnar is the new Universal Champion after defeating John Cena. And Charlotte Flair retains the SmackDown Women's Championship. And now, it's time to go on to year 2. So guys, we are now on year 2 of Universe mode. Alright, we are now at WrestleMania, but let's check and see who the champions are currently. Alright, Kofi Kingston is the WWE Champion, okay. Finn Balor is the Intercontinental Champion, alright. We have the Usos as the Raw Tag Team Champions. Nia Jax, the Raw Women's Champion. The Bar are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And, Selena Vega are the SmackDown Women... What the frick? The fuck was that? Anyway, sorry about that. Anyway, Zelina Vega is the SmackDown Women's Champion. Cesaro is the United States Champion. Braun Strowman is the Universal Champion, and Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross are still the Women's Tag Team Champions. Alright, now let's go and take a look at the match card. So, kicking off WrestleMania, we have Finn Balor defending his Intercontinental title against Shinsuke Nakamura. Alright, and then we have Cesaro defending his United States title against Cedric Alexander. We have Mickie James versus Tamina in a rivalry match. Right? Yeah, okay. Then we have AOP going up against Breezango. Then you have Zelina Vega defending her SmackDown Women's title against Charlotte. Fire and Desire, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose going up against the Kabuki Warriors or Kairi Sane and Asuka with Paige in their corner. Then we have the Women's Tag Team Champions in a non-title match with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross going up against the Iconics, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. Then we have Andrade versus Ali. Bray Wyatt versus Bray Wyatt versus Drew McIntyre. Roman Reigns versus Dolph Ziggler in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Kofi Kingston defending his WWE Championship against Randy Orton. And the New Day are obviously going to be in Kofi's corner. Braun Strowman defending his Universal Championship against Brock Lesnar. In the main event, Nia Jax defending her Raw Women's Championship against Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. So we're about to simulate the match card right here. And let's see what are the results. Alright, so it looks like Finn Balor has retained the Intercontinental title. Cesaro retains the title. Mickie James defeats Tamina. Breezango defeats AOP. Charlotte Flair is the new SmackDown Women's Champion. The Kabuki Warriors have defeated Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defeat the Iconics. Then we have Ali defeating Andrade. Drew McIntyre defeats Bray Wyatt. Roman Reigns defeats Dolph Ziggler in their Falls Count Anywhere match. Kofi Kingston retains the WWE Championship. Brock Lesnar defeats Braun Strowman and is once again the new Universal Champion. And Nia Jax retains her Raw Women's Championship. And now it's time to go on to year 3. Alright guys, we are now on year 3. So let's check out the champions just real quick. Alright, Kofi Kingston is still the WWE Champion. Finn Balor is still the Intercontinental Champion. Alright, Breezango are the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Sasha Banks, the Raw Women's Champion. The Bar are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And Ember Moon is the SmackDown Women's Champion. Sami Zayn is the United States Champion. And Seth Rollins is the Universal Champion. And of course, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross are still the Women's Tag Team Champions. You know, I don't even think they even defend those belts in the first place. Anyway, so we're kicking off WrestleMania with Seth Rollins defending his Universal title against AJ Styles. Okay, that should be a good match. Then we got Ember Moon defending her SmackDown Women's title against Bayley. Chad Gable versus Lars Sullivan. Sami Zayn defending his United States title against Cedric Alexander. An 8-man Battle Royal with Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, Shinsuke Nakamura, Eric Young, Bray Wyatt, No Way Jose, Kane, and Samoa Joe. And then we have Mickie James versus Charlotte Flair. The Viking Raiders versus the Usos. Finn Balor defending his Intercontinental title against Aleister Black. The Hardy Boys versus the New Day. John Cena versus Kevin Owens. Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar. Kofi Kingston defending his WWE Championship against Roman Reigns. And the main event, Sasha Banks defending her Raw Women's title against Becky Lynch and Ruby Riott. Alright, well, time to simulate and see the results. So the results of year 3's WrestleMania is AJ Styles defeating Seth Rollins for the Universal title. Alright, so AJ is the new Universal Champion. Bayley is the new SmackDown Women's Champion. Lars Sullivan defeats Chad Gable. Sami Zayn retains the United States title. Shinsuke Nakamura wins the 8-man Battle Royal. Mickie James defeats Charlotte Flair. The Viking Raiders defeat the Usos. Finn Balor retains the Intercontinental title. The Hardy Boys defeat the New Day. John Cena defeats Kevin Owens. Brock Lesnar defeats Braun Strowman. Kofi Kingston retains the WWE Championship. And Becky Lynch is the new Raw Women's Champion. And now it's time to go on to year 4. Alright guys, we are now on year 4 of simulating universe mode. Alright, so let's look at the champions. So right now, John Cena is the WWE Champion. Alright, Andrade is the Intercontinental Champion. The Viking Raiders are the Raw Tag Team Champions. Becky Lynch is the Raw Women's Champion. The Bar are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and Ember Moon is the SmackDown Women's Champion. Wait, actually, wait, did I just say the Bar are the SmackDown Women's Champions? Oh my god. If I did, I meant to say that the Bar are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, okay? And Ember Moon is the SmackDown Women's Champion, alright? Then we have Bobby Lashley as the United States Champion, and John Cena is the Universal Champion. Wait, what? Wait. Okay, wait. Wait, what? Wait. How the hell is John Cena both the WWE and Universal Champion? Oh my gosh. Well, I guess Cena's the world champion of both brands. Alright. Well, anyway, guys, we're kicking off WrestleMania with Andrade defending his Intercontinental Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. Ember Moon defending her SmackDown Women's title against Asuka. Jinder Mahal versus Ali. Lars Sullivan versus Shelton Benjamin. Peyton Royce versus Naomi. We have the Viking Raiders defending their Raw Tag Team titles against Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. Elias versus Dolph Ziggler. Drew McIntyre versus Bray Wyatt. Robert Roode versus Rey Mysterio. Becky Lynch defending her Raw Women's title against Sasha Banks. Sheamus versus Cesaro. Why are the Tag Team Champions of SmackDown fighting? I have no idea. John Cena defending his Universal title against Brock Lesnar. And in the... this is the most weirdest main event of WrestleMania I've ever seen in my life. Okay, wait. So, Bobby is the United States Champion, I think, right? Yeah, so... Bobby Lashley is the is the United States Champion. So, Bobby Lashley is defending his title against Big Show and The Miz in the main event of WrestleMania. That is weird. Anyway, time to simulate. Okay. It's hot in my room. Anyway, Andrade retains the Intercontinental Champion. Ember Moon retains the SmackDown Women's Championship. Ali defeats Jinder Mahal. Lars Sullivan defeats Shelton Benjamin. Peyton Royce defeats Naomi. Alright. The Viking Raiders retain the Raw Tag Team titles. Elias defeats Dolph Ziggler. Drew McIntyre defeats Bray Wyatt. Robert Roode defeats Rey Mysterio. Becky Lynch retains the Raw Women's Championship. Cesaro has beaten Sheamus. John Cena retains the Universal Championship. And Bobby Lashley retains the United States Championship. And now it's time to move on to Year 5. Alright guys, Year 5 has finally begun. And would you look at that? John Cena is still the WWE Champion. Oh my god. Alright, well, Kane is the Intercontinental Champion. Excuse me. Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder are the Raw Tag Team Champions. Ronda Rousey is the Raw Women's Champion. The Bar are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Charlotte Flair is the SmackDown Women's Champion. Cesaro is the United States Champion. Drew McIntyre is the Universal Champion. And yeah, I mean, these two women are probably going to be the Women's Tag Team Champions forever because there's no women's tag teams. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, let's check out the match card. So, we got Samoa Joe versus Braun Strowman kicking off WrestleMania. Baron Corbin versus Seth Rollins. Kane defending his Intercontinental title against Chad Gable. Billy Kay versus Peyton Royce. A 4-way tornado tag team match for the Raw tag team titles with okay, so Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins defending their Raw tag team titles against the Usos, FTR, and Fandango. Alright. Then we have Jinder Mahal versus Ali. I guess it's a rematch. Then we have Carl Anderson versus Luke Gallows. Why did I say Big Gallows? We got Cesaro defending his United States title against Rey Mysterio. John Cena defending his WWE Championship against Kofi Kingston. Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Drew McIntyre defending his Universal title against AJ Styles. Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. And the main event, Ronda Rousey defending her Raw Women's title against Ruby Riott and Lacey Evans. Alright, now it's time to simulate matches real quick and see the results. So, Samoa Joe has defeated Braun Strowman. Seth Rollins defeats Baron Corbin. Chad Gable is the new Intercontinental Champion. Billy Kay defeats Peyton Royce. The Usos are the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Ali defeats Jinder Mahal once again. Luke Gallows defeats Carl Anderson. Cesaro is still the United States Champion. John Cena retains the WWE Championship. Bray Wyatt defeats Brock Lesnar in the Falls Count Anywhere match. That's pretty shocking. All right. Drew McIntyre retains the Universal Championship against AJ Styles. Roman Reigns defeats Randy Orton. And, wow, Lacey Evans is the new Raw Women's Champion. All right. Well, now it's time to move on to year 6. All right, guys. We are now on year 6, I believe. Yeah. Wait, this is year 6? Or was it year 7? I think this is year 6. So, yeah, guys, we are finally on year 6. So, let's see who the champions are. And I swear to God, if John Cena is the WWE champion, I'm going to throw my phone across the room. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to throw it. Anyway. So, yeah, John Cena is the WWE champion. Why? Just why? Alright, R-Truth is the Intercontinental champion. Wow. Alright, so then we got FTR as the Raw Tag Team Champions. Ronda Rousey is the Raw Women's Champion. The B Team are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And Charlotte Flair is the SmackDown Women's Champion. Then we got Bobby Lashley as the United States Champion. And Samoa Joe is the Universal Champion. Alrighty. Alright then. Now it's time to look at the match card. And oh my God. Well, we're kicking off WrestleMania with a huge match with the 8-man Battle Royal. With Bray Wyatt, Baron Corbin, Buddy Murphy, Lars Sullivan, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, and Ricochet. Then we got Kane versus Shinsuke Nakamura, Breezango versus the Viking Raiders, Jinder Mahal versus Shelton Benjamin, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder against the Good Brothers, R-Truth defending his Intercontinental title against Ali, and by the way, R-Truth has Carmella in his corner. All right, then we have FTR defending their Raw Tag Team titles against the Usos, the Hardy Boys versus Daniel Bryan and Rowan, Bobby Lashley defending his United States title against Cesaro, Sami Zayn versus Rey Mysterio, John Cena defending his WWE Championship against Elias. All right, then we got Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre in a Falls Count Anywhere match, and the main event, Samoa Joe defending his Universal title against Seth Rollins. All right, now it's time to simulate the match card and see who won every match. All right, so it looks like, one second, guys. All right, so Bray Wyatt gets the win for the Battle Royal. Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Kane. Breezango defeats the Viking Raiders. Jinder Mahal defeats Shelton Benjamin. The Good Brothers defeat Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. R-Truth retains the Intercontinental title. FTR retained the Raw Tag Team titles. Daniel Bryan and Rowan defeat the Hardy Boys. Cesaro is the new United States Champion. Excuse me. Rey Mysterio defeats Sami Zayn. Elias is the new WWE Champion. Wow. Brock Lesnar defeats Drew McIntyre in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And you have Samoa Joe retaining his Universal title against Seth Rollins. And now it's time to go on to year 7. Alright guys, we are now on year 7, and thank the Lord that Kofi Kingston is the WWE Champion and not John Cena. Thank you, Jesus. But anyway guys, so yeah, Kofi Kingston is the WWE Champion, and let's check the other champions. So Shinsuke Nakamura is the Intercontinental Champion. The Usos are the Raw Tag Team Champions. Becky Lynch is the Raw Women's Champion. The B Team are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Carmella is the SmackDown Women's Champion. Bobby Lashley is the United States Champion. Samoa Joe is the Universal Champion. Alright. So let's go on to the match card. So we got Shinsuke Nakamura defending his Intercontinental title against Finn Balor. Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman. Carmella defending her SmackDown Women's title against Ember Moon. And by the way, Carmella has R-Truth in her corner. Alright, and then we have the Usos defending their Raw Tag Team titles in a 4-way tornado tag team match. So we have the Usos versus AOP versus Breezango versus the Good Brothers. Alright, and then we got Maurice versus Charlotte Flair. We have the B Team defending their SmackDown Tag Team titles against the Hardy Boys. Becky Lynch defending our Raw Women's title against Alicia Fox. Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Okay, Roman Reigns versus Dolph Ziggler. John Cena versus Baron Corbin in a no-holds-barred match. Samoa Joe defending the Universal title against AJ Styles. Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre in a rematch from the year previous. And the main event is Bobby Lashley defending his United States title against The Miz and Cesaro. Wow. Once again, for some reason, the United States title is in the main event of WrestleMania. But anyway, let's simulate matches and see what's going to go down. So we got Shinsuke Nakamura retaining the title. Braun Strowman defeating Bray Wyatt. We have Carmella retaining the title against Ember Moon. And then we have the Usos retaining the Raw Tag Team titles. Charlotte Flair defeats Maryse. The B Team retained their SmackDown Tag Team titles against the Hardy Boys. Becky Lynch retains the Raw Women's title. Kevin Owens defeats Randy Orton. Roman Reigns defeats Dolph Ziggler. John Cena defeats Baron Corbin in their No Holds Barred match. AJ Styles is the new Universal Champion. Drew McIntyre has defeated Brock Lesnar. And in the main event, The Miz is the new United States Champion. And now, it is now time to go on to year 8. Alright guys, we are now on year 8. So let's check out the champions real quick. So we have Kevin Owens as the WWE Champion. Alright. We have Jinder Mahal as the Intercontinental Champion. Excuse me. Then we have AOP as the Raw Tag Team Champions. Excuse me. Sasha Banks is the Raw Women's Champion. The Hardy Boys are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And Charlotte Flair is the SmackDown Women's Champion. Mojo Rawley is the United States Champion. And John Cena is the Universal Champion. Of course he is. Anyway, guys, let's check out the match card. Oh, Jesus. Wow. So we have an 8-man Battle Royal with Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar, Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman, and Lindsay Dorado. Alright. Then we have Sasha Banks defending her Raw Women's title against Lacey Evans, Nia Jax versus Alicia Fox, Lars Sullivan versus Chad Gable, the Viking Raiders going up against Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, Jinder Mahal defending his Intercontinental title against Aleister Black, Mojo Rawley defending his United States title against Cesaro, Ali versus Andrade, Ronda Rousey versus Billie Kay, the Hardy Boys defending their SmackDown Tag Team titles against Daniel Bryan and Rowan, Charlotte Flair defending her SmackDown Women's title against Asuka, Kevin Owens defending his WWE Championship against Randy Orton, and the main event, John Cena defending his Universal title against AJ Styles. And now, time to simulate the match cards and see who won. Alright, so Braun Strowman wins the Battle Royal. Sasha Banks retains the Raw Women's title. Nia Jax defeats Alicia Fox. Lars Sullivan defeats Chad Gable. The Viking Raiders beat Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. Aleister Black is the new Intercontinental Champion. Cesaro is the new United States Champion. Andrade defeats Ali. Ronda Rousey defeats Billie Kay. The Hardy Boys retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Charlotte Flair retains her SmackDown Women's title. Kevin Owens retains the WWE Championship. And John Cena retains the Universal Championship. And now, it is time to move on to year 9. Alright guys, we are now on year 9. So let's check out the champions real quick. So we got Kevin Owens as the WWE Champion. And then we also have Kane as the Intercontinental Champion. Then we have AOP as the Raw Tag Team Champions. Nia Jax is the Raw Women's Champion. The New Day are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Excuse me. Bayley is the SmackDown Women's Champion. Excuse me. Then we got Sami Zayn as the United States Champion. Bray Wyatt is the Universal Champion. Wow. Alright then. Well, now it's time to check out the match card. So we got Baron Corbin versus Samoa Joe kicking off WrestleMania. Then we have Kane versus Ali for the Intercontinental title. Then we have Liv Morgan versus Maryse with The Miz in her corner. Nia Jax defending her Raw Women's title against Alicia Fox. Sami Zayn defending his United States title against Titus O'Neil. Buddy Murphy versus Elias. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so we got a huge Raw Tag Team title 4-way tornado tag team match with AOP defending their titles against the Usos, the Viking Raiders, and the Good Brothers. Alright. Then we have Bayley defending her SmackDown Women's title against Ember Moon. Bray Wyatt defending his Universal Championship against Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns versus Dolph Ziggler. Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar. And then the main, I thought that was the main event. But anyway, John Cena versus AJ Styles. And the main event of WrestleMania, Kevin Owens defending his WWE Championship against Randy Orton. Alright, now it's time to simulate the matches. And, boop. Alright, simulating. Alright, So Samoa Joe defeats Baron Corbin. All right, and then we have Kane retaining his Intercontinental title. Maurice defeats Liv Morgan. Nia Jax is still the Raw Women's Champion. Sami Zayn is the United States Champion. Buddy Murphy defeats Elias. Okay, so AOP retain. Bayley retains. Bray Wyatt retains. Roman Reigns defeats Dolph Ziggler. Drew McIntyre defeats Brock Lesnar. John Cena defeats AJ Styles. And Kevin Owens retains. And now it is finally time to go on to year 10. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time for year 10. Now, let's take a look at the champions. And I swear to God, if John Cena is the Universal Champion or the WWE Champion, I'm going to break my controller. Okay, so Buddy Murphy is the WWE Champion. Wow. Okay. Andrade is the Intercontinental Champion. Okay, so far so good. Sorry about that. There's a fly in my room. Anyway, the Usos are the Raw Tag Team Champions. Lacey Evans is the Raw Women's Champion. Daniel Bryan and Rowan are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Charlotte Flair is the SmackDown Women's Champion. Excuse me. Bobby Lashley is the United States Champion. And Samoa Joe is the Universal Champion. Alright. So now it's time to look at the match card. John Cena versus Drew McIntyre is going to be opening the show with a no-holds-barred match. Okay. Becky Lynch versus Peyton Royce. Lacey Evans defending her Raw Women's Championship against Alicia Fox. Dolph Ziggler versus Elias. Daniel Bryan and Rowan defending their SmackDown Tag Team titles against Heavy Machinery. Andrade defending his Intercontinental title against Kane. The Usos defending their Raw Tag Team titles against the Viking Raiders. Bobby Lashley defending his United States title against Cesaro. Lars Sullivan versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Buddy Murphy defending his WWE Championship against Roman Reigns. Samoa Joe defending his Universal Championship against AJ Styles. Brock Lesnar versus Baron Corbin in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And finally, the main event of WrestleMania, Year 10, Charlotte Flair defending her SmackDown Women's title against Zelina Vega and Ember Moon. Alright, now it's time to simulate Year 10. Here we go. So, John Cena defeats Drew McIntyre in the opening the show, no holds barred match. Becky Lynch defeats Peyton Royce. Lacey Evans retains the Raw Women's title. Dolph Ziggler defeats Elias. Daniel Bryan and Rowan are still the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Andrade is still the Intercontinental Champion. The Usos are still the Raw Tag Team Champions. Cesaro is the new United States Champion. Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Lars Sullivan. Buddy Murphy defeats Roman Reigns to retain the WWE Championship. AJ Styles is the new WWE Champion. WWE Universal Champion. Jesus Christ. Baron Corbin defeats Brock Lesnar in a Falls Count Anywhere match, okay? And finally, Charlotte Flair retains the SmackDown Women's Champion. Retains the championship. Retains the SmackDown Women's Championship. Alright. Alright, guys. So, that is all for simulating 10 years of WrestleMania. And I think in like year 2 or 3, John Cena was both the Universal Champion and the WWE Champion, which really surprised me. But anyway, guys, hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all did, please don't forget to leave a like, hit that subscribe button below. We are on the road to 100 subscribers. Help a brother out and subscribe. Don't forget to turn notifications. Go follow me on all my social medias in the description below. Don't forget to go follow me on my Instagram in the description below. And I will see all of y'all tomorrow for Thanksgiving. Have a good day. May God bless you all. Peace out.